Welcome back. Well, South Africa entered lockdown level 4 today. Regulations remain strict but have been relaxed in some instances. Police Minister Bheki Cele is visiting coronavirus lockdown joint operations centers in Gauteng. Manqoba Mnchunu is following the story for us. He joins us now live. So what have you been seeing at these centers and what measures are in place to make sure it's easier for police to enforce the lockdown regulations?
Well, Sharon, I can certainly tell you that police are leaving nothing to chance here on this particular roadblock. And we do understand that this is one of many that is currently taking place across the country. Of course, to check whether people are actually complying with the lockdown regulations. They are actually following those regulations. For example, if you're on the road, you have to have a permit, Shahan. And of course, another new regulation that if you leave your house, you need to be wearing a mask. So these are some of the things that police are checking in these particular roadblocks. And of course, many of those that have been here have been asked to produce their permits. In fact, they've stopped cars, not only cars, but they've also stopped taxis to check whether the taxis themselves are complying with the public transport regulations, whether they're only carrying 70% of the people in terms of the load that they have, and whether there is actually social distancing happening. I just want to move this side just to show you, Shahan, the police minister here, of course, was just with one of the motorists here speaking to him. I'll try to just grab him now just to speak to him. Thank you very much, Minister, for your time. We can see here quite a busy operation taking place here. What is it that you're looking for here in particular?
Well, we're looking if people are beginning to understand this level 4. We understand today is a new day. We understand that people today are getting on understanding on the matter of level 4. But it looks like they're taking it not in a good way. They're not taking it in a good way. We saw people running in the morning. They were running in big groups, as they were told that they are not supposed to run. There was even a cycling club that they were cycling as a club. But here today, the roadblocks that we started from the city center or town center there, I've never seen so much alcohol after a long time. In the cars, people drinking in the cars and all that, smoking and all. So it's a problem. Even here, people are just taking chances. They go out not with understanding where they are going. So it's something when the president has made it very clear that we can go back to the level 5 if people are not complying with what is here. What we have seen today is not encouraging us to say that people are ready to be on this one. There's a lot of breaking of the laws. As I've said, they are drinking, smoking, and all this, and getting in the taxis without knowing where they are going. So we will be making a call that if people don't really realize and not keeping on the law and regulation, it will give us a problem.
Okay, let's just take a look this side, Ndosi. We can see some of the officials, they're trying to get those community members to go back to their houses. Of course, this is a thing that we've seen across this place. We've seen, especially even on the roads, there's been an increase of vehicles on the roads. What does this say about the attitude of South Africans?
Well, they're supposed to be out. They are allowed to be out there. But they are allowed to be out there for things that they are supposed to do. For instance, they are there to go and buy, to shop the food. They are there to go to hospitals. They are there to go to the work that they are supposed. But they are also allowed to cross once off the regions and cross once the provinces. So as the police were finding the way, we will be coming with our directives. How are we going to allow people to cross once and don't come back? But for now, roads are full. I went to one of the centers, shopping mall, are full. But clearly, there are people that you see there. And even when you ask them why, they say, no, it's for the first day, it's a Freedom Day. That is not what we have called them for. We are still need to do everything that we're supposed to do. The social distance, washing your hands, staying at home, But more than anything, let's put it, it has become mandatory now to put the mask and make sure that nobody moves around, whether the taxi or walking, so you must put your mask on.
Okay. We've seen you also stopping some of the taxis here. What did you find there? Are the taxi drivers complying with the transport regulations?
I must say I'm really impressed about the taxis. Last week we had the same roadblock at Umlazi. The taxis were highly compliant. Even today, they are highly compliant. They keep those 70% there. All of them, they have the mask. The only thing, the drivers, they need to tell their people or their customers is that when you're in the taxi, you keep the distance. Even the taxi one is not full. You find about 3 people sitting there, but there is an empty seat. That's a responsibility of the driver to make sure that people are keeping the proper distance. But not only the taxis, even one car, small car, had 5 people. So that, besides that is overload. But under these conditions, we are not allowed to have. We have said that the car that must carry 4 people, the least you can do is to 3. It cannot be 4 or 5. So we're making those calls and we're looking that compliance continues.
Thank you very much, Minister, for your time. Minister Bheki Cele, they, of course, highlighting to us some of the things that they've seen here on these roadblocks, saying that, while some people are complying, there seems to be a lot of people that are not complying with the regulations. And, of course, they're saying that operations like this are going to continue. They'll be spread across the country. And these are joint operations, Shahan, where you find that there are members of the SANDF as well as police, as well as Metro Police involved in one operation. So they're checking everything, but also, importantly, also giving information out to people about how to stay safe and how to keep away from the coronavirus.
All right, we're going to leave it right there. Our reporter, Manqoba Mnchunu.